Hey, Scorp. I don't know if you can hear me. Hoot hoot, don't pollute. What's that mean? Uh-oh. Double. We got speakers going. Alright, now, hopefully there won't be an echo. Hopefully. Where the hell am I? What am I doing? Alright, I'm up in the air. Back on Red River. You say you're in Canada? I don't even know if the live stream's working. I don't know. It's a toss-up. I can't remember what I was doing. Barley? Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember. I had this field here done in, I think, potatoes by accident. Or sugar beets. I can't remember. 11 and 12? Right after the live stream, I had somebody sent me a comment immediately after the live stream went live on YouTube and said, "Did you mean to put beets on that big field?" And I said, "No." And he told me something else too. I ran out of something and I can't remember. He was watching a little more careful than I was. But if you remember, I was messing around with those stupid grain buckets and trying to get them to work in the last live stream. And I think it was this field and this field here were in... No, I was finishing up on this field. But somehow, during the live stream, I had switched seeds to like potatoes or sugar beets. And so what I did was I hadn't saved the game yet. When I quit the live stream, I wait till I see if the live stream is looking okay. And if it does, then I'll save the game and close it down. So I hadn't closed the game down yet. So I came back in and redid this field into barley. So I didn't have potatoes. Potatoes. If you know what I mean. Burn. I don't know if I can sleep or not. Let me see. Hours, huh? Andy didn't notice he said. Hoot hoot, don't pollute. Yeah, you know what? Normally I check it to make sure it's working. I didn't have time. I almost didn't live stream today. I'm just not there today. And at the last minute I said, oh, I better live stream. Alright, what the heck is going on here? No, Streamlabs is working because Streamlabs is how I get the chat in the live stream that you guys are reading on the screen. Drake and Andy Brew. Hey, detested Dredge is in the house. Here, let me test something. Maybe it just needs waking up. You know what I mean? Bird box. Six Gun Oliver's in the house. Evidently he's got more than one gun. It's 6 guns. Oliver's in the house. All right, I just tested Super Chat. Let's see if that works. Okay, so Streamlabs is working. It just must be a little slow. All righty. Let's see. What was I doing? Okay, so basically, let's go look at. Scorpion says he's on the Canadian side of the map on field. What'd you say? 11 and 12. 11 and 12 area. That's the Canada side, huh? So Canada. There, he even puts it on the map. There's the border right there. 21-22 is the border. Sweet. So let's go up in the Great White North and take a look at Scorpion's farm. There's Screen Labs. All right. There's, we're in field 12 here, so he's got this field. And 11. Do you not have 13? Just 11 and 12? Your new job application is in today. Good. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing? Craig's in the house. I can't remember what it costs to have beer delivered to the chat. Some of you may have enough grain buckets, but I'm doing good, Jonathan. All right, so are the prices different in Canada? Whoa! Scorpion delivered the beer today. This is Andy's brew. All right, well, nothing for me to do. So the only thing I can do right at this moment is to speed time up a little bit. So I don't recall whether I mentioned it, but I think I did. In either a live stream or one of my videos for Simon Family Farms that Carol and I, oh man, there it went. That's the barley for you right there. Carol and I have been having a tough time. 6 guns, thank you. Thank you very much. Scrooge is in on it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mentioned that Carol and I are having kind of a tough time trying to figure out what's for dinner. And so I was watching this chef that I found online, and he had a recipe that looked really good. It was Cajun beans and rice. And so I showed it to Jeff, and he thought it looked pretty good too. So last night he made it for dinner, and oh my God, that stuff was good. Of course, Carol can't take the spices that Jeff and I can take. I like spicy food. Even so, it was definitely spicy with the Cajun spices and stuff. But yeah, so Carol, I'm looking for my stupid. Oh, I forgot that I put buildings in, didn't I? It was really good, and I just had it for lunch, and so my mouth is still on fire. All right, is there somebody in this? There is. It's dark. All right, we don't need the corn guy. I'm standing in the road. That's too bad. I shouldn't have parked myself there. Dar just ran over the top of me. Yeah, Cajun rice and beans, and man, that stuff was good. Yeah, it was funny too because, you know, especially in smaller homes, when you cook, the smells go through the whole house. And so I didn't notice it last night that much. I mean, I could smell it cooking. Now, my house isn't necessarily a small house, but my office is just down from the kitchen, so you know, I got the smells while it was cooking. But then here's the funny thing. When I went to bed last night, I just took my clothes off and set them by the bed and went to bed. And when I got up, I put the clothes on that I had on yesterday until I could get downstairs to the shower and get some clean clothes. And I noticed when I got up, went to the bathroom, came out, grabbed my clothes, and my gosh, they smelled just like the Cajun rice and beans. So it was funny. All right, I don't think that I've got straw turned on, so let me turn the straw on. Hey, Bob. Bob's in the house. Yeah, I've got a Gen Air stove, if you know what that is. So generally, the smells don't go too far if you're cooking with the Gen Air. It's got an air system in it that it puts all your grease and stuff into a jar. If you're cooking and you get grease, you know, that comes out of the oven or goes in, whatever. If there's grease or something in the air, I mean, it sucks it down through this vent and deposits the grease into a jar. So every once in a while, you've got to open up the little door and pull the jar out and then clean it out. Bob says that 22 AI is looking good. Well, it couldn't look any better or worse than we've had. They're getting better all the time with things like that. Well, it looks like we're getting plenty of straw. Oh, you know, I just thought of something. I had corn, quite a bit of corn, from the very first harvest, and I don't know how much dried. Let's see if there's more ready. because I think I started it. Oh yeah, it's made 114,000. I think I started it in the last live stream, and then forgot about it. I started running like this, and then forgot about it. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. Got my stuck. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this area right here. And work it. And then I can hire Dart just to take over from me. Yeah, I haven't done that yet either, Scorpion. The core dryers I've been using are ones that I placed myself, and I've already modded those up. Modded them to hold a hell of a lot more, and to create it a lot faster. It is kind of slow if you don't mod it. I'm getting dizzy. Alright, let's see if we can get Dart to take over here. Uno momento. And then I don't know if I've got a quicker picker-upper. Where am I at? There I am. I do. It's there. I just need a tractor for it. Alright, so let's grab a tractor. We'll grab this guy. We're not using him right at the moment. Send John out with it. Probably need to wash it. Pretty dirty. What do we got? 6 more days for the game to come out? I'm really worried that when it comes out, it's going to crash. And none of us will be able to play it. The only people who will be able to play it are going to be the YouTubers that got it early. Yeah. Well, there's going to be a few YouTubers playing early. I probably won't be one of them. I'm not sure. I think I'm eligible for it because I do have, you know, the partnership plaque from Giant, but I didn't check into it. So, and you know, I was thinking about it, and I might just want to wait anyway, and then that way I can experience when you guys are experiencing it, if we can ever get online with it. Well, see, that's what I figured. Even if I got it early, there's nobody going to be watching me, so I wasn't too worried about it. Oh, probably Bob. And the reason I say that is I did mention that when 22 comes out, I'm going to wait until it's working well. But as soon as it's working well, I probably won't be playing 19 again. I'm already looking forward to taking 19 off my system. That's what I did with 15 and 17. When 17 came out, I stopped playing 15, took it off my computer, and I haven't played it since. And the same with when 19 came out, I took 17 off. It took me a week or two to stop playing 17, but when I did, I haven't played it since. Oh yeah, you've got the fanboys. You know how I feel about fanboys. I don't mind people being a fan of the game. I mean, all of us in here are fans of the game. But if they do something wrong, we certainly say that, wow, I don't like that, or I wish they'd fix this, or, you know, I would consider us fans of the game. A fanboy, it doesn't matter what they do. They're going to come after you if you say anything bad about it. And they're going to, you know, make it all sound like it's, you know, whipped cream and ice cream. They're not going to say anything bad about it. That's why I don't like fanboys. You can't trust anything they say. If I watch a review, and I know who they are, yeah, not just in this game. I'm talking about any YouTubers. Any YouTubers that I watch, I can tell immediately whether they're fanboys or not. And if they are, I don't watch their channel. You always have whiners. I'm a whiner. I've been accused of being a whiner, and it's true. I don't disagree. Arctic Lynn used to even call me a whiner. You know, Rudy, you're such a whiner. I said, I am. I am. I'm a whiner. But usually, if I'm bitching about something, I don't generally do it nastily, if you know what I mean. Because if somebody says, well, Rudy, you're looking at it the wrong way, it's actually, you know, more like this, and I'll think about it. And you know what? That you're probably right. You know, that's probably the way it is, and I'm just seeing it different. It's easy to do. There's Red Dead Redemption. Anybody that's played Red Dead Redemption, for example, if you remember the part where it's towards the end of the game, I think it's chapter 6, where Molly comes in, she's all drunk, and Molly is Dutch's girlfriend, kind of, sort of, whatever their relationship is, it's intimate. And she comes into the camp drunk, and everybody's around, and she's saying, you know, some terrible things that she probably shouldn't be saying. And at one point, she says that she's betrayed Dutch. She says, yeah, I told him that you were going to rob that thing, and I told on you. And whether she did or not, you know when people are fighting with each other, they say things they don't mean, or they say things to hurt the other person. Now the point of this is that during that interchange between Dutch and Molly, Dutch says, "You betrayed me. You betrayed me." And I had people comment that, well, that shows you how selfish and how Dutch is. That it's all about him instead of saying you betrayed us. Okay, so there's two ways to look at that, though. One person is looking at it that she's talking to the gang, and so Dutch would have responded, "You betrayed us?" The other way to look at it is they're intimate. They're a couple, and they're fighting in front of the gang. So when Dutch says, "You betrayed me," is it like you betrayed me and not the gang? Or is it like, of all people, you betrayed me? Because they're intimate. And so if you can look at it two ways. And I kind of looked at it in the way that if I was fighting with my significant other, all those other people in the gang wouldn't even be on my mind in one iota. And I would have said, "I can't believe you did that to me." I didn't think he was being selfish in that instance. You know, that it's all about me. Yeah, I never did put it up. I did have it up. I never made it live. I did a rant, and I tell you what happened. And this is the reason why I don't want to know anything about Farm Sim 22. I got all hyped up on Farm Sim 19, and I was so hyped up that I was upset. And before I even knew what the game was about, I was bad-mouthing it. And I came on after I put it on and played it for about a half hour. And I did a video. And man, I tore that game up. And then I put it up on YouTube. And before it went live, I decided to watch it again. And I thought, you know what? I wasn't even close to being fair. And so I took it down. I never did put it up. But it was all because I got hyped up and I wasn't happy with what I saw. And I've said this before, that I've been hyped up for a game, and then when it came out, I refused to play it because, you know, I'd buy it and I'd play it and say, you know, this isn't what they told us. I don't like this. I'm not going to play this game. And the thing is, had I not been hyped up on that, on the game, I probably wouldn't have been disappointed. The reason I was disappointed is because I bought all the hype, and when it wasn't what they hyped it to be, I refused to play it. Now, had I not listened to all the hype, I would have got the game and I would have said, oh, look, you know, well, maybe I'd have done it a little bit different, but this is kind of cool. And I would have played the game. I would have played it. And I probably would have been, you know, happy to some extent playing it. But because I was hyped up, I had this mindset that if it's not like they said it was going to be, then I'm not even going to play it at all. And that's what happened to me in 19. I wasn't happy with it when it came out. As it turns out, I was wrong. It wasn't that bad a game. It's just that I believed all the hype and got myself all worked up about it. So that's why I didn't want to know anything about 22. I don't want that to happen again. Oh, let's see. I think I got the... Let me turn the window on here. Yeah, I even then tried not to. I tried to do the same thing. but there was just too much going on, and I failed in not looking into it. This time I've done pretty good. I know a little bit about 22, but not that much, really. I've really tried to stay away from it. But I think I watch way less YouTube than I used to. I watch very little YouTube now. That has to do with gaming. I watch YouTubes that are like movies or things like that. But I don't watch a lot of gaming on YouTube anymore. See, a lot of that stuff's like that now, though. A lot of YouTube is negative. A lot of it is. And the majority of it isn't justified. I'm talking game stuff now. But it doesn't have to be game stuff. It can be anything. How many times, there's a YouTube page that I've seen that they talk about movie stars and musicians and that kind of stuff, and it always starts with, well, okay, let's take somebody like Tom Selleck. Okay, Tom Selleck is still alive, but if this YouTube page did a story on Tom Selleck, they would say the life and sad ending of Tom Selleck. It's clickbait, basically, because you're going to say, oh my God, did he die? And then you find out, no, he's not dead. And so then, let's say it is dead. Let's say it's like Merle Haggard, the country singer. And they say something like the life and sad ending of Merle Haggard. The same thing. When you watch it, there's no sad ending. What the sad ending is that he's dead, and we can no longer get anything new from him. That's the sad ending. Because they want you to think, what did he do? Kill somebody? Is he in jail? Did he, before he died, did he do something bad? Or, that's clickbait. That's almost as bad as, they don't do it as much anymore like they used to, where they take somebody like Britney Spears in a bikini and throw a thumbnail up, and then you'd go to it and the video would be about some guy fixing a car. That's really clickbait. They don't do as much of that anymore. Now it's words. It's words. It's like, let's say somebody's in court and they're fighting for their life, and they'll say something like that he's acquitted, or he's sentenced to life in jail, or something like that. And then you watch the video, and there's no such thing. The court case is still going, and they haven't made a decision yet. And so they say sometime during the video, if they say anything at all, they'll say, well, there's 8 out of 9 people say they would acquit the guy, or they would throw him away. That whatever they say, but the thumbnail makes it sound like that he's already been convicted. That's clickbait, big time, and they do a lot of that now more than the pictures of the naked women. The naked women pictures only work on Scorpion now. Other people have gone beyond that, I think. Craig said he hasn't watched any at all. I'm getting behind here. All right, let me hire Andy here. Oh, Andy, you're going crooked, buddy. Straighten up. Straighten up, fly right. There we go. Jorgen's in the house. What? Burger King foot of lettuce? What's that mean? Did he mean foot of lettuce or full of lettuce? I guess we could ask him. I'm thirsty. That Cajun rice and beans has made me really thirsty. Let's see, what should I have today? I think I'm going to have this is what I think, the soup du jour. It's a little early, I know, but I'm really thirsty. Scorpion kids are finally asking if they're his. Is that what you're saying? That's true, Scorp. The kids are like, who are you? Scorpion's kids. Are you our dad? All right, soup du jour. Here we go. Oh man, that's cold and refreshing. They don't have any diet? Well, see, that's what I'm saying. They're having trouble with distributing and stuff. And so I saw an article from, I think it was Coca-Cola. One of the CEOs or something of Coca-Cola said that there's going to be a time because of shortages and stuff that they're only going to have the highest selling items on. Now, he didn't say it that way. What he said was what the consumers buy the most. In other words, in their mind, though, it's whatever sells best is what we're going to have. Because we can't have everything anymore because we can't get it distributed. So if fewer people buy Diet Coke, then we're going to make less Diet Coke and more regular Coke. Jorgen says he's disappointed. Norway lost to the Netherlands in whatever that word is, and qualifications. Yeah, I know for one, I'm not into sports. I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't know. I don't even know the difference between football, soccer, and rugby. I know cricket's different than baseball because they use a paddle instead of a bat. I think they use a squash instead of a ball. I don't know. English people are kind of weird. All right, I'm going to get in trouble over that one. You know how football players in America and baseball players, they'll come up and they'll pat their teammates on the ass while they're chewing and spitting. Whatever, I don't know what that's all about. Every time I see a cricket game, I wonder what they do with those paddles when the cameras aren't running. You know, are they in the locker room spanking each other? That's what I think they do. I don't know. All right, where's oh shoot, I gotta get the truck out here. Oh no, I only have one truck. No, I don't. I got another truck. I got this one. Quite the bump here. Get ready. Here comes the big bump. Big bottom bump. The Spank Kings. Now say that a half a dozen times really fast. Spank Kings. Say it really fast. I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do it and make it sound right. Andy, you've been hanging around this long and you just realized that? You're as bad as Carol. One of the kids said something about, she said something about, oh, you're such an asshole. Because of something I said. And one of the kids says, like, you didn't know that when you married him? And I said, there you go. See, even the kids know. The updated Bjornholm map. I don't know if I've ever played the Bjornholm. Have I? If I did, it wasn't very long. Time for the Spank Kings. See, you can't say it's Spank Kings. You would be saying it's spankings, spankings. And that's not right. A spanking isn't the same as a Spank King. Bjornholm FS15. That sounds like a soccer team to me. Bjornholm. All right, I don't know. Let's see. Barley. Yeah, I want to save the barley because I was going to make some beer. We need corn and beer to make barley. Damn it. That hurts my tongue when I say that. Uh-oh. Jurgens always hated that crap. What crap? Did I miss something? All right, I'm just gonna dump this for now, and then we'll get when we get the when I get the corn sold. I think. All right, where's my? Oh, I put it over there. Okay, let's grab the corn. I'm gonna sell the corn because I need that truck to start making whiskey. Dude, Jorgen's got 53 buckets of grain. I think Craig's still the winner so far. Oh, I know what I need to check. Six Guns did a super chat, and he should have got a whole bunch of grain buckets if I set it up right. Well, that's odd. I don't see Six Guns. There he is. Yeah, Six Guns. Six Guns for a super chat. He made a killing. I think I overdid super chat. I need to check on that. Oh, super chat works weird. Okay. This is just behind the scenes stuff. Six Guns gave me a super chat, and I have super chat set at 100. Like, you guys earn a bucket every so many minutes, and with the super chat, it gives you the buckets that I say you should get for every dollar that you donate. So Six Guns has 2,202 buckets of grain. Thank you very much, Six Guns. But yeah, I didn't know it worked that way. I thought that if I got a What did I just make on that? 179,000. I thought if somebody did a super chat, they'd get 100 buckets, but they get 100 bucket for every dollar. So I may have to adjust that. That seems a little excessive. Because if I decide to do a giveaway of, say, a game key, and say that, well, you got to have 2,000 buckets of grain, well, all you got to do is... Oh, Jesus, scared the hell out of me. Hey, here comes Andy's beer. All righty, let's get some barley, just a little bit. Let's see, barley. I want to get a little bit of barley. Craig's saving his. Hey, I got a question. Is Jurgen old enough to buy beer? All right, now I got to find out where the brewery's at. Scorpion, do you know where the brewery's at? St. Vincent Junction, Riverland Farms. Foster Farms Dairy, Shady Oak Farms, I must be on Old Maple. Up north in town. You mean in Canada? The only breweries in Canada? All right, I gotta go find it. Let's go find the brewery. Oh man, where am I? There I am. All right, I'm gonna go north. Wait a minute, this isn't right. It's too slow. Let's kick it up. Kick it up to 8. Let's kick this pig. It's close to your farm? Okay. I'll take a look. There's the border right there. All right, so there's his farm. I'm thinking that's his farm right there. Scorpion's farm's here. There's the baseball field. Ag Mills. That's the smallest Walmart I've ever seen in my life. Tim Hortons is bigger than Walmart. Tim Hortons, we must be in Canada. There's a McFlugel's. All right, I didn't see a brewery. That's the fire department. All right. I didn't see one. Did I miss one? George Organ, where's my farm? It'd be on your computer, I think. I didn't see one in that town. So, what's this? This is a Canadian dairy? I don't know. What is this? There's no signage on it. I don't know what it is. Huh. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. All right, let's go further over this way. There it is. Here it is. It's in Canada. I gotta go all the way to Canada. Yeah, I don't drink, Greg. I wouldn't know. I guess I didn't understand the difference between a brewery and a whiskey thing. I don't even know what they call a whiskey. It's a whiskey-er. It's a whisker. I don't even know what they call a place that makes whiskey. A distillery? Is that what it's called? I thought the same thing about the Walmart. Dreams can happen, Dredge. What's Dredge dreaming about? Did I miss something? Uh-oh. You guys are getting ahead of me. All right, I'm heading to Canada. Let's hope my passport's active. I'll get deported. You wait. Do I have to go through customs here? Oh, I'm going this wrong way. I didn't have to go that way. I have to go this way. Oh, look! Welcome to the United States of America. I wasn't supposed to go that way. I went the wrong way. I didn't know it did that. And when does it quit doing that? Okay, I gotta go in here. Canadian Border Service Agency, welcome to Canada. You have reached the Canada border in your vehicle and you should follow these instructions. Pull into Nexus Lane and stop. Oh, I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it fast enough. I'm running from the law. Heck with your rules. I ain't following them. I'm a rule breaker. And a tush shaker. You have a condo in the gutter? Okay, there's a cow place. How come Canada gets freeway here? I'm lost. Where's the distillery? In Canada, do we have to drive on the wrong side of the road, or is that just England? If so, I should be over here then. Or if not. Canadian Rockies. Yeah, like the U.S. doesn't have Rockies. I don't know where in the hell the thing's at. I found it once. I don't know where it's at. That's a farm. I don't know what that is. There it is. I passed it. Okay, it's right on the corner. There's a railroad bridge? guess the road don't go through. Got to turn here, I guess. Okay, I wonder if they get confused. It looks like they take the cow poo and it's piped directly over to the distillery. So they add a little bit of kick to the whiskey. And you're not worried about it, Jorgen? I think if I found my girlfriend with a bunch of condoms, I'd start thinking maybe I need a new girlfriend. Uh-oh. What happened? Wait a minute. What did he say? What the heck's going on? Oh, that's what he did. Okay. Do I need to take that off? I should probably take that off. Because you guys should be doing that job, not Streamlabs. When I put Streamlabs on, I only did it to put, you know, to put the words on the page and to do a couple of fun things. But I didn't know it was going to take over. Let me see what it's trying to do. Okay, I turned off caps protection. Symbol protection. Okay, I'm gonna take that off. You guys should be taking care of that. I don't need Streamlabs to do it. The only thing I left on is the bad word one, I guess, at this point. All right, that should fix that. Okay, so Scorp and Andy and you guys, what it was doing was it was doing excessive caps. So if you did all caps, it would give you a warning. Symbols, if you put up a bunch of symbols, and then if you make the paragraph too long, it'll give you if it's too long a paragraph. And emotes, if you used a bunch of emotes, you have seen people put about 1,500 emotes on a thing. If you do that, it was doing the same thing. So I turned all that off, and basically that should be, you know, something you guys take care of. All right, let's see if the U.S. says anything. U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Oh yeah, we protect our borders, by golly. But anyway, that uh, having Streamlabs as a moderator. Let me explain how it works. Well, yeah, I'm not the one to explain how it works, but I'll tell you my understanding when you do this. Here's where the problem is. To make any of the Streamlabs stuff work. So, in other words, if I want to do those kind of things like I did, with this, and if I want you guys to be able to spend your grain buckets, if I want the what else was I doing? Oh, the words on the, if I want the words on the page and stuff like that, all of that is Streamlabs. To make it work, like if somebody donates and it puts up a dingy bell, thank you very much thing, to make any of that work, you have to tell YouTube that Streamlabs is it's not Streamlabs, it's called CloudBot. It's part of Streamlabs. To make any of that stuff work, CloudBot has to be a moderator to YouTube. So when I go to my moderator page, there's going to be Scorpion, Bill, Andy, Dar. They're all going to be listed as moderators, but so is CloudBot. That's how it does all its work. Now, the good thing about that is they've got sliders that I can tell it what I want it to do. I didn't know that until recently. So, and then now this happens here, and then so now I know, okay, I'm going to go in there and turn all that stuff off then, because that's what you guys do. I don't need to have Streamlabs do it. Scorpion, made any whiskey yet? See, the other problem is that by using the Streamlabs stuff, I don't know how anything works until I go live, because if I go live, the only way to test it is for me to start a live stream and make it private so that it doesn't go public. Then I can see what it looks like. Now there's the downfall of that is when you stream privately, they don't allow you to have chat. You can't have chat. So that's where everything happens. For me to test, like Andy, I had to be able to type in, redeem Andy. And I couldn't do it because it wouldn't let me, it doesn't let you do it. So the only way I can actually truly test my live streams are as if I get a hold of somebody like Scorpion and say, Scorpion, I'm going to Well, that wouldn't work either because even if I did that, I'd make it private, and private you can't have chat. So you're kind of screwed on testing anything. A member only? Okay. Thanks, Taz. Yeah, I don't do a lot of live streaming. I never have, and so I really don't know how the technical stuff works. It's just I just play with it till something happens. Alrighty, we got another load of barley. Put that in some storage. Put that in your storage and smoke it. I don't think you want to smoke barley. Oh, yeah. Now that you mentioned that, okay. Yeah, I was like if you're putting together a stream just for your patrons. See, I was going to do that. So that's what you would do. Okay, that makes sense. Members only. Uh-oh, I think I'm high-centered. No. I stopped too soon. I'm high-centered. Oh, there, that works. Never mind. I thought I was done with this field, but I'm not. A little bit of a tail over here. I've got a tail to tell. Not a whale of a tail, it's just a tail. You can't say things like that when scorpions are on though, because tail means something different to you. Just kidding, Scorpion. Okay, let's grab this guy and have him finish his field off. He didn't finish his field. SpongeBob? Weehaw. Ah. So now that I got Andy's beer thing to work, I've got some more I want to put up. I want to put up one for giving a shout out. 'Cause a lot of people come and say, hey, give me a shout out. I say, okay, well, earn some grain buckets and you can do it yourself. The shout out one's going to be 10 buckets of grain. So you get 10 buckets of grain, you can give yourself a shout out. Barbecue potty. Well, find one and I'll put it up someday. There you go, farmer. I'll make it. I should change it to buckets of corn, and that they have to dry it first with a corn dryer. Taz is going to get me in trouble. I already have. These guys are already mad that they only get 1 bucket of grain for, like Andy here. Andy's driving my combine, right? He gets paid by buckets of grain. That's how I pay him. I don't pay my workers money. They get buckets of grain. That's like giving them gold, in my opinion. So, like here, we got Rose driving this truck. I might give her a bottle of the whiskey when it's made, but they get paid by grain. It does take a long time. Dang it, I gotta change the engine switch on this. Keep turning my machine on. So, Scorp, what are you going to do when the kitchen's done? Going to Disneyland? Uh-oh, I missed my turn, I think. I lost my way to Canada. I'm going to get deported. You wait and see. Tim Hortons. Canada's version of... whatever that other company is. The hell's the name of the company, that coffee company? I don't drink coffee, I couldn't tell you. Starbucks. Now, I've said that before, and I've had Canadians jump right in and tell me, oh, no way. Tim Hortons is so much better than Starbucks, because I've said, Canada's version of Starbucks. Now, I can't agree or disagree with them because I don't drink coffee, but I know people that do, and I know a lot of people that say that Starbucks is not only overrated, it's overpriced. I've had people tell me that to them, Starbucks coffee tastes burnt. Whatever that means. All right, we got corn in here now. Let's see what happens. Is there something? Do I have to add water or anything? Okay. So I've got a little bit of barley, a little bit of corn. Oh, I know what I got to do. All right, this is This is global, isn't it? All right, so I'm gonna need. No, it doesn't say I need propane, unless you have to put it in manually. If that's the case, I didn't put it in the folder. I didn't put propane in the folder. The reason I didn't, because here it doesn't show it. Like if you do, if we look at the corn, it lets you buy propane. Star pukes. Water for whiskey? No, I think it's, isn't it whiskey for my friends and beer for my horses? I don't think they mentioned water. Well, anyway, I don't know what to do. So, I don't think that's a water tank. Is it? Is that a water tank? Maybe. I could get one. Let's get a water tank and see. I don't know. Could put manure in it, see if it comes out chocolate flavored. Right, I get a water tank. And I'm going to need another truck. I'm going to get another Mac. Whiskey. What color is whiskey? It's kind of a yellowish, isn't it? Like anything looks kind of grain colored. I could make it like if I drank whiskey, I would be green. All right. No, I don't care if I have logos. Dual fenders. Let's do some dual fenders. Let's give it a bigger engine. And don't really need global positioning, I don't think. What's the difference in the tires? Oh, those are much better. All right. Let me, Rose, go back to your truck. There you go. All right, I'm going to leave Rose here for now, and we're going to get Scorpion's driving this truck. Dar's in the combine. Andy's in that combine. John's in the quicker picker upper. Serge is over here. He's not doing anything. Let's grab Serge and see where my truck and trailer are. There they are. Let's get Serge in the truck. All right, now we don't have any water capability, so let's look for a placeable here. Let's put a water tank in. We'll just stick it over here where everything else is. All right. fill that up with water. In the meantime, let's get back to work. Let's see. Is this done? That field's done. I don't think the other fields aren't ready yet, are they? Oh, I'm trying to put... Okay, I can hear you guys yelling at me already. Wrong trailer, you damn idiot. At least I caught it before a half hour went by. Uh-oh, left a patch. Yeah, and you know, Scorpion's clear in Texas. I'm in Oregon, and I can hear him yelling at me sometimes. But I don't think there's any room in that truck, so let's just take this guy and do it the easy way. Turn that off. Yeah, I think he got over being, he was mad at me. Well, it wasn't my fault, I don't think. It's just me being scatterbrained. Yeah, I didn't, he typed something and I ignored him, and I didn't mean to. I just didn't see it. And he got mad at me, and he came in weeks later, and he told me he was mad at him, and I apologized. But I explained that I didn't see his comment. But I think he got over being mad at me. Maybe he's just busy. He might be just like everybody else, just waiting for the new game to come out. I mean, a lot of people are burned out on Farm Sim. See, I did it again. All right, Taz. I feel for you, buddy. Every once in a while, my wife will open the door and yell at me, especially if I'm saying something about her. Thanks for stopping by, though. I appreciate it. What if it takes a tank of whiskey to make the whiskey? That'd be odd. I don't know if you noticed that, and I don't know if they did it on purpose. The map author. Oh, what's going on here? When you come into the United States, it says the United States something something protection, which makes it sound like we shoot first, ask questions later. When you come across the Canadian border, it says something about services, like we're here to help you with services. In America, you go into America, they shoot first, ask questions later. It may just be me, but that's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. All right, I got to back it in. All right, it's water. So, who was it? Craig that said it should be water? All right, let's see. Okay, it started up. It's running. Look, it's making whooshke. I can't believe they just produce it out here in the outside. Anybody that drives by can stop and grab a case. What security looks a little loose around here? Oh, wait. I'm running off with Surge. All right, I'll put Surge away. Let me set the truck down. And, what am I doing? Just standing here? All right. Hi, Leslie. I hope you're having fun in school. Addie got detention this week. Well, it was last week. We just got the notice this week. We knew about it, but they send out a written notice, and we didn't get that till this week. It was last week. She was tardy for a particular class. And when I asked her about it, she said that the teacher's weird and nasty and nobody likes her. And I said, well, so that doesn't mean you have to be late every day. She was late 4 days in a row, or 4 days in a week it was. She was tardy. 3 of the 4 times was with one teacher, and it's the one she said nobody likes. I didn't ask her about the other one. But she's having trouble with social studies, and I think that's the teacher. But because who could flunk social studies, really? She's flunking social studies. So I said, how do you flunk social studies? And when I questioned it, it was because she had work she hadn't turned in. I said, well, get it turned in. You can't flunk social studies. I mean, if you're flunking math, I could understand. But social studies? That's like flunking PE. And I told her, the reason I was upset is because, look, Addie, every day when you get home from school, I ask you, how was school? Do you have any homework I need to help you with, or that needs to be done that you can't understand or whatever? We can help you, blah, blah, blah. And it's always no. Nope, I'm all caught up. Nothing's going on. Everything's fine. Until we get the notice from the school. We just got scored. She's not turning it in. Wait, why aren't you turning it in? Well, I wasn't done with it or something, or some silly thing. Now it's going to be like, well, because I have friends now. School. What are you going to do? We had another storm, I told you that, I think, on Sunday. Or maybe it wasn't Sunday, it was yesterday, actually. We had a storm yesterday. I think I mentioned we were expecting it on Sunday. I did a live stream on Sunday just for to test some stuff. I had the Streamlabs stuff I wanted to test, and it worked, and blah, blah, blah. You had to help Leslie with math. Can you understand it nowadays? God, I was a math major, and this stuff they're doing in school now, I don't understand. Yeah. Well, when I was in school, I had my math done, more than halfway through the class, and the teacher would let me go around and help other kids. I did really well in math. But this math that they do today is weird. It's just weird. I used to have a problem because the teacher always they always want you, even back then, they wanted you to see your work page. And so you'd have a piece of scrap paper that you did your work on. And I never had a work page. And they said, "Where's your work page?" I said, I don't have one. Well, why not? I said, because I can see the answer. Can't you? I don't have to work it out. It's there. It's just, and they just, one teacher was telling me I was cheating. But I got lucky because there were two math teachers. And my previous math teacher came to my defense when it got to the principal and said, "No, he's not cheating. He's just really good at math." I've completely changed, though. When I was in school, I hated history. Did not like history. I loved to read. I liked English lit and that kind of stuff. But I didn't like history. And I didn't like geography. My standard answer was always, I don't know what's happening in this next state over. Why would I care what's happening in Russia or Germany or some other country that I'm never going to see in my life? It's a stupid answer, but whenever they asked me why I didn't like geography, that was my standard, answer. And in hindsight, it was really a stupid answer. But now that I'm older, though, it bothers me that I don't know the difference between Iraq and Iran. And I only say that because of that country music song. What was it? Andrew Jackson. That's Andrew Jackson. That country singer Jackson, Alan Jackson. He had a song, I'm just a simple guy. I don't know the difference between Iraq and Iran. And I thought, yeah, I don't either. But so that kind of thing interests me now, and I really love history now. But I hated it as a kid. And I hated peanut butter when I was a kid too. But I like peanut butter now. Things change. Little boys don't like little girls, and then all of a sudden they do. What happened? Yeah, I don't know. Teachers, there's always teachers that are. I don't want to say that teachers are bad. But without knowledge of it. But I know even when I was a kid, we had teachers that were different. I had a teacher in English literature, I think it was, and they would give us like a book report, or they'd give us something that we had to write a paper on, right? And so he would come in and he'd say, okay, read this book or read this chapter or whatever the assignment was. Do this, bring it back in Thursday, and it'll be graded, okay? And then he would leave. He'd go to the teacher's lounge, and we'd never see him again. And then when the paper was due, or if we had a test, or if some assignment changed, we would see him. But when you got the paper back, it would just have a grade on it. Well, that doesn't work. Because, okay, my paper came back and I had a C. Okay? The girl next to me got an A. The boy on the other side of me got an F. What did I do to get a C? What did he do to get an F? And what did she do to get an A? There was no explanation. Just a grade on the paper. Well, how do you learn from that? How did I learn I didn't learn how to get an A. What did I do wrong? And we never saw the teacher. And my son had a teacher when he was in school that pretty much during his class, he would pirate movies and show it to the kids. He would literally pirate movies illegally and show them to the class in school. How do you get away with that? So yeah, there's bad teachers out there. I don't know if they just got burned out and they're lazy and they just want to pick up a paycheck, or if they were maybe. Now think about this. Let's say you go to college and there's 1,000 students, and it's a doctor college. Yeah, I know, I'm making that up. It's a doctor college. Now, can all of them graduate at the top of the class? No. There's going to be some at the top and some clear down at the bottom that are flunking out. How would you like to have the doctor that flunked out for 10 years and finally on the 11th year was able to pass the test to become a doctor? And how do you know that that's not your doctor? Because they all have the same diploma. How do you prove you're a doctor? Oh, here's my diploma. Well, that guy's got a diploma too, and he was the bottom of the class. That's always bothered me when I go to the doctor. It's like, did I get the good doctor, or did I get the one that graduated at the bottom? Or a lawyer. They have to pass a bar. I've known lawyers that took their bar like 10 times before they passed it. Yeah, Andy says geography was his worst. I don't know if it was my worst, but it was down there, or it was up there at the top of the list of being my worst. So the next time you go see your doctor and you look at the diploma that's hanging on the wall, ask him where he graduated in his class. I'd just be curious if they even would tell you. That'd be kind of rude, wouldn't it? But then you think, well, wait a minute. This is my life he's messing with. Is it rude to want to know if you've got a decent doctor? I'll tell you how I chose my heart doctor. My cardiac doctor, when I went in I got a different doctor at first. I didn't like him. And so I didn't go back. I said, who else do you got? And they say, well, there's Dr. Wilson, but he's kind of hard to see. And I said, my eyes are okay. No. I mean, he's so busy, he's hard to get in to see. Oh, I thought you meant I couldn't see him. He was invisible. Anyway, I started seeing Dr. Wilson. Now, here's the thing. When I had my first heart surgery, or not my first one, but one of them, when I was in the hospital, I was walking down the hallway to the bathroom with my butt hanging out that stupid robe they give you. And as I passed the nurse's station, the nurse says, "Oh, Mr. St. John, how are you feeling? It looks like the surgery went well." And I said, "Yeah, I feel okay. I'm a little groggy still, a little tired, but I'm feeling okay." And they would look at my chart and they'd say, "Oh, you had Dr. Wilson." I said, "Yes, I did." And he said, "Oh, you got the good one." And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Dr. Wilson is the heart surgeon in this whole hospital that the rest of the heart doctors come to consult with." And then they said, and also, and this is what got me, because I didn't think about this. They said Dr. Wilson is one of the few doctors that insists that he's the one that does the surgery on his own patients. Now, I didn't understand what they meant until I asked a different nurse. And the nurse said, "Yeah, normally when you're scheduled for surgery, you don't get your own doctor. You get whichever doctor is on call that day." "Really?" I said. And they said, "Yes. But your doctor, Dr. Wilson, insists on doing his own surgeries." And I thought, okay, I'm glad I got Dr. Wilson then. So now, whenever I go see a new doctor, I go to my old doctors and say, "Do you know anything about this guy?" Like when I had to have my first colonoscopy, I asked 3 of my doctors, "Who would you go to if you had to have a colonoscopy?" And all 3 of them said the same guy. And so I said, okay, that's who I'm going to schedule with. They learned at detention, huh? Uh-oh. Carol's out doing something. I can hear her banging around. You wait, she'll stick her head in a minute. "I'm not banging around." She can hear me because I'm like, remember when Scorpion said he's loud? Yeah, I am too. My wife reminds me that all the time. "Rudy, you need to tone it down a little bit. You're getting a little loud." I come by it honestly. I grew up with 13 kids in the family. If you didn't talk loud, you didn't get heard. Hey, Scorp, do you see how much straw this thing holds? This is the same mod that I had in that other map I was playing, that when it got half full, it bogged me down and the tractor would stop pulling it. And I said, wait a minute, I've got that modded. I've got that mass mod in there. Well, I did. There's something about that map that makes a difference, that the mass mod didn't work. If you ate today, thank a farmer. I like that sign. Yeah, it did. It did. I think he does that to all his farms, because I've played, I got 2 of them I was playing by that mod author, and they were both that way. So I started watching the silliest show. I think it's called Doom Patrol. Now, I was a big comic book guy, but I'd never read that one. And I guess they made a series on it. I didn't watch it because people said it was just not very good. But I'm getting bored. I've watched everything I want to watch on Netflix and that kind of thing. And so I thought, okay, I'll try it. What the hell? and I started watching it. Didn't realize there's 3 seasons of it. I thought they said it was bad and only had the 1 season, which doesn't really mean it wasn't bad. I mean, it's not great. It's not great, but it's kind of entertaining, I guess. But it's kind of silly. It's got Brendan Fraser in it, if you know who that is. This guy that played The Mummy and some other shows and stuff. Yeah, Brendan Fraser, he really put a lot of weight on. And I watched an article, or some kind of a new article on an interview of some kind, and he hasn't done anything in quite a while. After making the Mummy movies, he really hadn't done anything, and he got pretty heavy. But you get older, and that happens. I can understand that. But when they asked him why, you know, the question was, did for some reason he get blacklisted, or how come he hasn't been making movies? Well, as it turns out, I guess to get, I don't know how to say this. Do you know what a casting couch is? You know, if you want to be an actor, sometimes you have to do things to get the job. Let's put it that way. And evidently, he claims that he was molested as an adult, and that he gave up the Hollywood stuff. It really and went into therapy and shit like that. Pardon my French. And it all came out about the time this Weinstein guy got in trouble. Yeah, the thing about this Doom Patrol that I'm watching, though, is like his part. He's a brain. That's all. He gets in an accident, and the only thing saved is his brain. And this scientist guy puts him into a robot body, and so he's a robot man. So you never get to see Brendan Fraser unless it's a flashback sequence. Uh-oh. I'm going the wrong way. Now this is regular corn. I'm selling the dried stuff. So it's Tuesday. What do we got? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 5 more days, and the new game will be out. But I seriously doubt if everybody's going to get on the day it comes out. I really wonder how that's going to work. Yeah, I gotta check this hairdryer out and see what it's doing. Scorpion mentioned having to mod it. I need to mod it too. It's way too slow. It's been running all day, and it's like, well, that's not true. Because if you look at the upper right-hand corner, I've got the time set at 1. So now my crops are ready, are not ready. So I need to speed time up. Let me jump up here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, is there a counter on that thing? Okay, there's still corn in there, but none is dried. So the time on this is set on the machine, and it goes by the time, how fast the time goes by. So when you're set on 1, that means for a minute in the game is a minute in real life, and an hour in the game is an hour in real life. So that's set to dry so much. Well, there's 50. It's set to dry so much after a period of time goes by. Now, if I kick time up, you'll see how fast it's drying the corn. So it's not necessarily fair to say that it's not set fast enough. It's just a period of time has to go by. So I went from daytime to the next day, and I've got 63,000. So, you know, it's still a little slow, but it depends how fast you have the time going. Build me. Burn. All right, so let's see. Okay, the other barley's ready now. So I can kind of mosey over to that field. And I wonder if the corn's ready yet. Yeah, it is still too slow. Because even if you had time going a little bit faster, your corn would take a damn week in real life to. It's kind of like the cattle and the horses. Sorry, I'm moving around in my chair. There we go. All right, so it's kind of like the horses. You know, I've never done horses for a crop in this game. Like in No Man's Land, I had a full stable of horses. Never sold the one. It wasn't something I was doing for a crop. Because they're so damn slow. Cattle the same way. If you're doing cattle for selling and stuff, very slow. Milk cows don't make a whole lot of milk. That's why I was using that milk mod that I had. I had a mod that it actually wasn't a milk mod. I do have a milk mod, but I had a mod that you could choose different cattle that weren't normally in the game. And if you chose like a Hereford, they made more milk than a Brahma. A Brahma was, the Brahma made a lot of liquid poo. The Angus made beef. They grew fast so you could sell them for beef cattle. The Herefords, or the Holsteins, or whatever they were called, they made a lot of milk. So if you were a dairy farmer, you'd buy all of those kind of cattle. If you were doing a beef farm, you'd do the Angus. And then if you're just, run-of-the-mill cattle, you'd do, if you needed manure and liquid manure for your farm, you would get different cattle. You'd get the Brahmas. They made more poo. Yeah, you got set to liters per hour. Yeah, that's probably about right. That'd be about right. So yeah, that was I can't remember. It was called Animal Breeds, I think, that mod. And then I had another mod that actually increased the amount of milk that was being made. I didn't always use that one, but I did like to use the one that had the different kinds of cattle. And it made more sense, like, okay, in this farm we're doing cattle for beef. On that farm is a dairy farm. This farm is a grain farm, and so the cattle are making more manure and liquid manure so that I can spread it on my crops. So you would choose what kind of cattle by what kind of farm you had. And that's kind of cool. I like that. And there was another one that had different pigs too, but and I used it, but I didn't really understand what the different pigs were for. One for bacon, one for sausage, I don't know. You like the cows to poo-poo more? Well, somebody asked me when I was doing more reality stuff with the seasons and the precision farming, why I wasn't spreading the manure. I said, because they don't make enough. You know, if you're farming on the American farms, the fields are too big. I mean, you'd have to have thousands of cattle to make enough food to use it for fertilizer. Now, some of these little European farms, maybe you could. But these American farms have these huge fields. My God, they don't make that much poo. You have to spread it pretty thin, and the problem is that the mods in the game didn't spread it that thin. You'd put a load of liquid manure in there, it was gone in 5 minutes. If you know what I mean. I think I'm going to get this one ready for corn, but it's 3 o'clock. It's time for me to go. One more live stream on FS19, and then we'll be into FS22, maybe. Maybe. I hope it all works out, guys. I really do. I hope they don't have a bad experience. There's been so few games that have come out in the last few years that haven't had a problem with launching. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next live stream, hopefully. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Ta-ta for now.